I do declare that we are, in
You
fact,
do?
live.
Oh god, dude, we're alive. Brimming with energy.
God, speaking of talking like Foghorn Leghorn, have you seen that new trailer for that Adult Swim thing that was posted earlier today called Pibby? It was
No, I haven't. But you know what I have seen? I have seen Fine Dining, the server associated with DBA.
Wow.
Or the other way around.
Yeah, well, the trailer was posted earlier today. It looks really cool. After this is over, y'all should go watch that trailer to give it more engagement, so that they're more likely to pick it up, because it was a really fucking cool concept.
Yeah.
Alright, let me see. Do we have... it's been a minute. Let's give it another minute. Hello, Typical Novice. How are you doing today?
Greetings, novice.
Gorilla great.
I don't have chat popped up, but hello, person.
Novice is fucking... just fine. Alright, cool. Anyway. Minute 30, it's close enough. As Drake was saying like 40 seconds ago, Fine Dining, our Discord server. Fine Dining, our Discord server. There it is. In any case, welcome to DBA Data Bounties, an offshoot of our weekly tabletop games on the Epithet or anime campaign system. You might have seen us earlier today with said thing of DBA, which is a fucking tournament as for shonen anime, except not really, especially not today, considering those characters didn't even know that they were on DBA. Haha! Weird interdimensional camera doesn't care about your privacy. Anyway, this is DBA Data Bounties, and it's mostly just a excuse for us to have a training / battle mode / we want blood, so we shall spill blood system. Because they need to stress test it, and, you know, what's more stressful than committing homicide against people who aren't real? Anyway, the person running this one is Drake.
Hello, I'm the person running this one being the bounty. Yeah. What about you, Ballast?
Hello, I am Ballast. I'm currently streaming and also playing a new character I made recently called Ensue. She's an Epithet user with, like, weird programmy game powers. Her Epithet manifest is a weird PSP. Her Epithet is emulator. She hates Nintendo and Nintendo hates her. It's an equal trade.
A love-hate relationship. Or rather, a hate-hate relationship.
I mean, a semi-love. They do make good games, which is why she pirates and emulates them. And makes them available to the masses.
Mario and Link, those two are okay.
Yeah. Fuck that Wario guy, though. Who needs him? Anyway, how about you, Gecko? How are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. What's up? I'm playing Ryan. She's kind of spooky. It's sort of fitting. Yep. That beats people up.
Now, speaking of beating people up, Roche.
And as it turns out, hello there, guys. It's me, Roche, the funny lizard. I'm vibing. I'm playing Arcadia.
I'm Mercedes-Benz.
I'm Mercedes-Benz.
Also, as a side note, Drake, since I know you said you're one of my characters is inside the slot machine roles, make sure that I do not have access to their stamina and that you disconnected them from their sheet and shit. As a side note.
Of course. Of course, a horse, of course. What do you take me as?
I value our friendship and don't wish to ruin it.
Gotcha. So without further ado, I believe we all are already then, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
In that case, I'll jerkity drag you over to the bounty thing and reviggity reel these peoples. Boop.
We can see all of their stamina bars.
Listen. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're an utter fool and a liar. Because I have no idea. There you go. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Also,
Wow.
make sure, at least for the sake of the bounty, that you're dealing with the fact that they have 3 extra stamina because of this one. Haha! Fuck!
One.
Day 1 cost. Oh, dodge roll. Oh, and a single nat 20.
Yeah.
Let me go quickly adjust their stamina. I did not know she had that.
Yeah, that's why I was reminding you before it was important.
I'll probably forget that exists, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I will take that.
Whew.
Abu. That's
Oh,
a
but we get, if we
That's a
beat
challenge.
them, we get extra shit. Nice.
Yeah, no, it's Sorlea's epithet is fun because it's like combat's hard, but like you don't get completely cocked. You get to enjoy more combat rewards.
Is music playing?
It was
It,
now it's
it
not.
was.
Ah, okay.
Just give it a quick
Sweet.
refreshing.
I thought it was permanently set to loop.
What is this one? Why is that called Ballast Combat Track?
Oh, that's just a track I was using for just generic boss fight music.
It sounds way too intense. I'm gonna change it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't meant for just generics. It was meant for like bosses.
Okay. Are you reloaded in Roche, Funny Lizard?
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
in.
refreshed. Do you still have it playing, or?
It is still playing.
Alright, because I wasn't sure if it was dead or not. Just give me a second while I reopen the sheets.
Okay. Arcadia, it is your turn. Let me
Uh-huh.
space them out a little bit. There you go.
Yeah,
Good
okay.
enough.
Let me think about this, I guess. Yeah, sure. So Arcadia is going to... Let me... It's been a while since I've played Arcadia. Let me look at my, my erosion effects again. Right. Oh my god, okay. So what Arcadia is gonna do, she's gonna move here.
Don't forget to make Sorlea's aura visible, by the way.
Oh, I'll do that.
I really don't want to get in close, but I guess I have to. And she's going to use, Wings of Justice on Borgle. Bippy. Oh, Arcadia.
Oh,
You got
my.
the 20 before Sorlea's penalty stack, so it's just your normal prop, I'm afraid, bud.
Yeah, I understand.
Out the gate, we're doing that, huh? Well, let me just check to see if that bypasses Borgle's AC. It does. What does that do? Describe it.
So effectively, Arcadia pulls out these 2 hammers from her, like, hips, right? Or like, she has them on a belt at her hips, and she just, takes them, and, you'd think, haha, those are hammers, she can't do anything with those. And then she turns them around, and they start spraying acid onto Borgle.
So Borgle has 4 erosion.
Yeah, Borgle has 4 erosion, and let me, post the effects of 3 erosion. physical DR or other means of protection is only half as effective on this target. Fuck your AC.
That is not a physical thing. That's because of his epithet. I don't know if that counts.
Well, fuck me then.
Yeah.
As a side note,
can I
do you
get
know
my
if you
crit
get something
theme?
at this,
Sorry.
Prof?
I asked,
Yeah.
Iris.
If it,
Other than that,
Are they in played PCs?
she would.
Yeah,
be
they
employed,
are.
yeah.
Okay.
let me think, because I do have a bonus action. Yeah, okay. Arcadia is then going to use, Broken Earth. Let me roll. No. Effectively, how that would have worked
who are you
is...
targeting?
It would have been this 3x3.
Okay, you would. So would you count that as targeting an area or a person, Drake?
For what? For what context?
Because both of these are people who have epithets that are public, which means it would technically be a 7 if it's counted as targeting them.
I'd say it targets an area.
So yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's just a 5 in that case. That's just want to make sure.
Yep. Would you like any bonus effect on the Wings of Justice or anything?
Just having 4 erosion because it doesn't do any damage is fine. Oh, I just realized I could just do it from here. Someone just popped in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Iris.
Doing the upgrades, yeah.
I don't think there's anything else that could be added from Wings of Justice, to be honest.
Yeah,
Other
in that
than that.
case, you run up gunning, spraying Borgle with a fucking volley of acid and slam your hammer into the ground.
No, she failed.
Yeah, she failed. That's why I was asking for about.
Oh no, I was just seeing what I was flavoring the failure.
I see.
Is it with her hammer or is it with her feet?
It's with her hammer. And ordinarily how it works is she moves up some spaces and slams her hammer down really hard.
Yeah. But as you swing the hammer around, you see sort of Borgle flailing around, covered in acid, and you make the correct decision to decide not to intercept the big, smelly, now wet fat man.
Ugh. Other than that, that's the end of my turn. Do I get anything, Iris?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
boy.
Christ.
you get her biggest thing so far.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna link just the text itself in the chat, and then I'll link you the itinerary that goes with it.
Oh boy.
The itinerary?
Interesting.
Music, by the way, Drake.
Yeah, I was getting on it.
Chop now.
Hey, it just ended.
Do not dally.
Where is it? I sure wish I wasn't dyslexic. This one.
It's alright. If I get enough acid on Borgle, he'll eventually melt to death, hopefully.
It's fine. While he's melting, I'll just run up and completely eliminate his greed by beating it with a baseball bat so hard that it fucking explodes, and then I'll break him as a human being. He'll be a husk.
I love the enthusiasm with which you say that.
Should we pass turn while you're getting that, Iris, or... Oh, here it is. Oh, no.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Let's see.
Here it is. Okay.
Oh, fun. New passive, huh?
The balance of battle. Arcadia's very being is tied to the desire for a fair principled fight of good versus evil. Once per session, when Arcadia feels a burning desire to see her foes slain or allies victorious, she can activate this passive when facing a powerful foe or foes. They must have names or have done something to have earned Arcadia's ire. She cannot use this in mook battles or against people who are only fighting as self-defense. When activated, Arcadia gains a 10-foot aura of balance where an amber-green sulfurous haze spreads from her body. Anyone who starts their turn in this aura or enters it gains 2 erosion stacks and 1 additional buff or debuff of Arcadia's choice that she can choose from the balance list. Separate from this passive, she can activate This can activate once per turn per target. Each item on the balance list can only be selected once per session. For the rest of combat, the battle can be in one of 5 states as chosen from the GM from most favorable to least. Fuck, okay.
I have the definite advantage, and you said will note since her increases. Oh, Jesus! Let's see. Favorable, Arcadia and her allies are beginning to turn the tide. Things are still somewhat dangerous, but increases in radius to 20. Balanced. Victor at this point is uncertain. There's a possibility of victory on challenging. +1 to rolls. Grim. Enemies are very strong or outnumber. Winds of fortune seem heavily against them. Defeat is uncertain, but it's a possibility. Increases in the radius to 20 feet and +1. Sky is dark, and defeat looms like an iron giant. Victory seems like a far-off sunrise at best. Arcadia and her allies are facing a monstrous opponent indeed. Increases to 30 feet, only affects enemies +2 to rolls. That's very fun.
This is fun and a lot. Oh boy, I'll need to think about this.
Gotcha.
You would never use this in a data bounty, like, ever. There's no
Oh,
reason,
I understand.
Yeah. So Borgo's turn in that case.
Yep. So nothing special happens with the erosion stacks, right?
No, it's just there, more or less.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay. Gotcha. I always just want to make sure, because I never know.
Other than the aforementioned DR bad.
Yeah.
The data Borgle will look at you, Arcadia. How much money will it take for you to lick this off?
And this is why I never want him in my things.
Choke on your saliva and die, fat ass.
In that case, they're not going to be using I always get what I want. What is this? They can use this one. I have not put this in their sheet yet. I'll do that later. They're going to reach into their folds and pull out a now soggy hazmat suit that is vastly undersized. And shove it to their mouth in an attempt to gain some sort of resistance to acid. That is a 2. So nothing happens. You hear like a squeaky sound as they shove it down into their gullet and they begin to slightly choke on it. I'll have them take a little bit extra damage for that. He's not moving. Sir Leia. Turn up the music for myself. So for weapon call ballast, is that specifically a physical weapon or just a basic attack?
It's specifically the way that the weapon, her sword works. It specifically has to be a physical weapon that exists. And she has
Does it have to be a melee weapon?
It doesn't have to be a melee weapon. It just has to be a weapon that is currently out on the field and that she's choosing to attune to with her sword.
Gotcha. Figured I'd ask ahead of time.
Yep.
Don't have any ideas for any of those. I think the safest bet is just going to be they're going to walk up to Arcadia and attempt to outstretch a hand and use this ability. Roche?
Yeah.
Are you going to do anything?
No, I'm good.
Gotcha. So just mark that down in your character. It's going to last for the designated 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just mark myself with like a scale or something if that exists.
Yeah. Simply put, let me take that from their stamina. Easy turn, Shao. Do, 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 do. What is their movement? They're gonna go there. Does Arcadia have an epithet?
No, Arcadia is a Monday.
Yep, Monday.
Got it. Go there. So I think they're... Got it. And Shao is going to use... Fight or Flight on Rhine. They stare down your souls and they primal fear through you. Roll a D100,
Wow.
call high or low.
Okay, sure. Let me just check if there's anything I can do about this before that, though. Is that worth it? Oh. Alright, yeah, sure, whatever. So Ryan feels this glare, and before she can really look into the eyes of Shao, she just puts a hand forwards and turns it into a circle around her. so I feel like Shao's eyes go like like a right, you know, like cross-eyed. Is how that would work.
Okay, because you both rolled very similarly. I could see this going in like two different directions. That's so funny. If you would like, I could have them sort of neutralize, or we could escalate to, you know, push it to either's benefit.
Alright, sure. Let's escalate.
Okay, let's throw another d20.
Sure.
Well,
Uh-huh.
you win. So the way I see this working out is you catch them immediately, almost predictive. I don't know what occupation Ryan has at all, but their senses sort of give them a little bit of foresight, and you immediately cast that on them before they even really have a chance to stare into you, causing the area around them to be affected by their gaze. You see the ground beneath them grow an angry face.
I mean, the ground has to roll a D100 calling high.
Oh, you're right. Allow me to do that. We'll say high. Low. I'm sorry, the ground doesn't get to take an action.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no, it can't take a main action. I'm sorry. It can take a movement action.
Yeah. That's
Say really quickly, just because I feel like it. I'm gonna use boiling judgment on or boiling justice on Borgle. Oh my fucking god!
Alright, that would
Okay.
get you an extra prof since... Oh wait, no, you failed your last one. Down.
Give me a
So it's just the one normal prof.
Arcadia. Jesus Christ.
Hey, can you like
It's just a
give me a
bounty.
chance to have a turn before you crit again?
I'm sorry. So they take damage equal to half of their erosion and gain 2 more.
Normally, at least.
I'm gonna
Normally,
say
at
they
least.
just take the 4. And they're gonna gain 2.
Alright.
Alright.
Good on you.
You imply Borgle is going to be moving Arcadia.
Listen, it's for posterity.
You know, you've been doing a bunch. Just a bunch. A whole lot.
Uh-huh.
So let's see if I can do anything about that. Shao is going to attempt to disable that. It's not going to disable it for like long because of the 20, but for the next round you won't be able to use that.
Shit. Okay.
That's Ryan's turn. Or, I mean, that's Shao's turn. Ryan's turn now.
Geckos, you're muted.
Oopsie. Yes, it's my turn. Okay. So there's only one person that you can probably really. Oh no, we could do two of these people for this. Actually, maybe. Although the fact that data kind of ruins this a little bit, but any particular stress, anxiety, or vices?
Well, vices I think is obvious for at least Portal. What would you say for Sir Leia, Ballas?
If you want to, we can just not do it since it's bounty. And,
I mean, it's a fun thing. If it comes up, we can do it. Yeah.
It's it's just like
This was
character
like,
things you might want to hold to your cards.
I mean, she's anxious about getting stronger, considering her epithet's always pushing her down, but any stress about that, but that's the only thing that really would be relevant in here.
Okay.
I wouldn't know about Shao.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Shao has like
Shao's
weird
pretty...
mental resistance on us anyway, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she has mental resistance, so I can't do anything with that anyway. Alright, well, regardless. Hold on, let me just check something real quick. Yeah, no, it doesn't say. You can tell this kid is starting to get on the older side. Since this doesn't have this talent. Want to see a dead body. She can basically pull out, like, weird occult stuff. So, what I want to do is pull out just like a really neat carved skull. And I do want it to be cursed.
Okay.
And specifically, I want the curse to affect the skull itself. So I'll roll for that. I see. So that's affecting the skull that Ryan just pulled out.
Okay.
I don't know how that works, but
the way I'll assume that it works is just whoever's holding the skull, so if somebody like ends up stealing it or whatever, can trigger this effect, but the activation itself is just neutral, anyone.
okay, alright. Well, she's
Yeah.
just like, stick it in a backpack then. So 5, and then yeah, this is a data bounty, she thinks, as she looks down at her bat. And she's just gonna use refinery things in life on her bat, on the fine setting. Woohoo!
Nice.
So I'm not sure if you know what SCP-914
Do not.
is.
It's
Okay,
basically something that just enhances specific features of something and either turns it to something a simpler state or enhances the features depending on which setting it's set to.
Yeah, it's a machine that, for lack of a better word, like transmutes things.
It transmutes the components of something to make them in better or to make them closer to their original state.
And what does fine do?
So fine, it basically, hold on, where is it?
Adds features and complexity while expanding the ideas.
Yeah.
quote unquote.
It's basically like, for example, you take a like hedge trimmers, like the clippers. If you put them on fine, you would probably get like motorized hedge clippers or like a whippersnipper or something.
What's a whippersnipper?
You don't know what a fucking whippersnipper is?
I live under a rock, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's fine. It's just that Geckos lives under the Australian sand.
Yeah, to summarize, she's touching a bat and making it
More
the concept
complex
of a
and
bat.
upgraded. Yeah.
Yeah. Higher.
Oh, the
And-
concept of a bat. Okay.
Yeah. So no, like it kind of like takes the purpose, the intended purpose of the thing, and then
It makes it
upgrades
more to that level of concept, yeah.
yeah, like for reference, a mop, which is designed to clean, when taken to fine, would be like a really weirdly high tech or magical like super mop that sucks things up, and a
If you put
very
it on
fine
very
would be
fine, it would
the
probably
black
be a
hole.
black hole on a stick.
Yeah.
Okay. The idea I get is okay, yeah, the idea I'm getting is that your bat is going to elongate and widen quite a bit and be covered in like some sort of metallic sheen, I'm going to guess. And the effect is you are now able to hit many things with it. What things? Any things. Concept things. Other things.
Oh boy.
You hit things back. When you hit them, they fly away.
Yep.
Good
Awesome.
enough for me. You rolled an 18. You can knock things out of the park. There you go.
Batter. Swing. Ryan just looks at her bat. Neat.
Doing that in the same vicinity as Soleil is a dangerous game, my friend.
What do you mean?
Alright, is that your
Don't
turn?
spoil it, Ballast.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, alright, I'm gonna, let's see. Is there anything I can do on my turn, particularly? I'm not within movement speed to try and use my passive to make a run. So, if that's the case... let's see... Yeah, I think I'll just take a move action to get to over here. And then I'm gonna use holographics to create a clone of myself. Copy. Let's see. Yep. Let me roll for that. Alright, and here is the ability. It's specifically 4 cost when using for cloning, so let me pay 4. And then I'll drag out a clone. If you could tint this one like green or something, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, I was already on it. This one?
Yep. Give me a second. And that'll be my turn for now.
Arcadia.
Okay, so Arcadia. Damn, I had an idea for a dual attack with Rhine, but our turns are so far apart.
I mean, you could just hold your turn to something. I don't know.
Yeah, or ready action.
That's fair. It requires a lot of things to still be in place by the time it happens. So, unfortunately, I think for now, what Arcadia is going to do is I'm going to use a bonus action to Broken Earth. Bippy. And it would be, this 3x3. Fuck. This 3x3. And it is effectively She uses the hammer and smashes a 10-foot deep hole, which, the target has to make a resist roll to avoid falling in the acid, which must be higher than my roll. If they're successful, they're able to dodge. If they're not, they fall into the acid and gain 3 erosion. I don't think Borgle can dodge because he doesn't move, though.
Borgle can move, he chooses not to. Similar in this essence.
Will he?
However, because he's choosing not to, Sha will attempt at any time for him.
I see.
Mind-breaking gaze. 12. Which I think that doesn't abide by the resistance roll, right? Because it's not trying to dodge.
Yeah, I think so, because it's specifically they get a free resist, and this is not that.
Yeah.
Okay, so they rolled a 12, you rolled better. The way I'm going to do it, because Borgle is actively not trying to defend himself, is it's going to be slightly displaced, sort of like this, but for the essence of being on the grid like that. And I'm just going to give Borgle a 50% chance of whether or not he falls in.
Is high good for us, or low good for us?
High will be good for you. Okay, so he just doesn't fall in.
Annoying. Arcadia's then going to drop their hammer to the ground, or the hammer head. Let me fucking find it. Bippy. You can move over it, but for every step you move in, you gain a stack of erosion.
Got it.
For every
Does
space
Leia immediately
enter.
get one?
Anyone who steps, you need to actively step into the space. So I don't. Think
Okay.
So. However, what Sir Leia does get is I can move. Yeah. Okay. So Arcadia is then going to use Steal from the Sky, I think it's called. Yeah. On Sir Leia. And I originally intended to try and when I had the dual tech idea, I was just going to try and stab into her and kick her into Ryan, who could then knock her next week. However, since our turns are far away, I'm just going to use it to get around Sir Leia and then kick her into the acid pit. A bip. Yup. So effectively, she can move up to a target up to 5 spaces away, stab them, and then kick them. And then Arcadia also disarms them.
Okay.
So effectively, Sir Leia's taking 6 damage, 1 erosion, being disarmed, and then 5 knockback.
Sir Leia's going to try and use the 1 cost once per round anytime. Mostly to mitigate the knockback
That is
and
a
potentially disarming.
As a note, just to confirm.
Yep. So let me just roll that. 10. And how much does it knock them back?
5.
1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. Or no, 4, 6. Be there. I'm gonna let them grab onto the edge. Their weapon's going to flying. I'll just roll D8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It hits Borgle. It's not going to deal damage though because of AC. And she's on the edge, barely hanging off.
Alright. Press the offensive. That's the end of Arcadia's turn.
It's unfortunate that you moved away from Borgle. He'll use... No, you won't use that. Yes. Yeah, he's going to use that. He's going to use, I'm sure it's still good, to pull out a just 50 cal sniper rifle and start chomping on it like it's a snack. 19. Nice.
Alright, let's see. Do I feel like using my anytime on that? Let's see. I don't think that's within range for me to even attempt it regardless. Nope.
What are you?
Rich.
Disgusting.
And because he rolled good enough, I'm going to give him a free attack with it. And he's going to shoot you, Arcadia. Boop, boop, boop. Yep. It's a sniper rifle. It'll deal 6 damage, we'll say. He opens up his mouth and just you hear, like, you see a little barrel pop out and then a gunshot goes off.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, if that's... do you want me to block that for you, Arcadia?
I mean, if you want to, I still have a good amount of stamina, but, you know.
I mean, blocking is blocking. Yeah, I'm gonna... and so she's just going to, as the fat gun cocks, she's going to, and it fires, she's going to raise a hand as she just, she and her clone are immediately tapping at their PSP, and she's going to try and use Kaizo block, and she's going to manifest it right in front of Arcadia so that the bullet pings off. No.
Yep, yep. So when you summon that, is it like a construct that fades after you use it, or does it just stay there?
It fades after use.
Okay. Just curious. Got it. That's Borgo's turn. Sorlea's turn. I'm gonna give her a roll to pull herself up. She fucking falls. So what does it do when she falls in?
They are basically in a 10-foot deep pit of acid, and they take 3 erosion.
Got it. 3 erosion. How strong is Sorlea Ballast?
She's physically active, but she's not, like, super strong.
How easy do you think it'd be for her to scale a 10-foot pit?
Not very. I would say, in fact, it's very difficult.
Oh, in that case, she'll try again. She manages to make it back up just there. That's her turn. Shao.
Alright, now I think that anytime I use back, but, you know.
The floor beneath her is not very happy it's being stepped on. It's been stepped on its whole life, and it's about time it got some payback. So I'm gonna give it a roll. It rolled high. Now I'm just gonna give it a direction. Okay, one. You see the floor warp in a very strange and sort of confusing way. And it just fucking creates like a weird spatial distortion of pillar underneath Shao and launches them into the wall. They're gonna take damage. Take 3 damage. And now it's their turn. They are a average build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to go up and they're just going to shoot Arcadia, I believe. Yeah, they're going to shoot Arcadia. Yep, that'll be 3 damage.
Yeah.
Simply put, and then Ryan.
Reno.
Apologies. Golly. That sure is nice. You have that. Alright, well.
Ryan briefly walks up to test their lines.
She's just gauging with her eyes, like, Alright, just casually walks up and, takes a big old swing. So, what she's doing is just about a swing. Let's go.
Bada. Let's see. So 5 damage.
Is it 5 base or is it 8? Oh, it's the +3 crit range. I was misreading the upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay. Xiao's just gonna try to use the 1 cost anytime to dodge.
Done.
7. Good enough to reduce it. Not good enough to completely dodge it.
Oh wait,
It's 7 anyway.
sorry, I zoned out for a second. Ryan's attack would have failed because they have 2 failure stacks.
Never mind.
Even on a 9
Done.
question mark? Or I guess
Oh right,
does
yeah.
Derlias count the natural?
No, I forgot that Xiao was in the zone, so it would be a 9, so it would succeed. Ignore me.
Does Xiao have a revealed epithet?
Xiao's epithet is public. I'm pretty sure it's like fucking
lobotomized.
lobotomized
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So
In
yeah,
that case, it's
9
still
versus
7.
in that case. Yeah.
So I'll say it'll deal 3 damage.
Oh, and Xiao's anytime would have failed because they don't get the bonus because
Well-
they're just dodging.
It wouldn't have mattered anyway, because I was using it with the implication that they were, Oh no, they are getting hit, you're right, so it would have failed anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
In that case, I'll just reduce the damage by 1, but then they pay cost, so it neutralizes.
hmm
Okay. So, 5 damage, and then, Yeah, Skull's still in. Hold on, let me. Is there a limit? Yeah, no, okay. So Ryan's gonna pull out just like after like Bap and Xiao. She just reaches into her backpack, pulls out this weird sort of ancient looking seal thing. Just looks like it was peeled off some ancient tomb. I'm just gonna slap it on show, if you'll allow. Just give her a curse.
Oh, give me a roll.
Okay.
Oh, depending on the curse, we'll see.
Alright. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, Rush. What?
Oh no, I was just thinking because I remembered. Oh yeah, there's been a 3 and a 1 so far for the pie thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, what does it mean by the next one you touch? Would that just count the rifle itself?
No, I think
Or is it the
I've
next
done
one they
it is-
implicitly touch?
Yeah, the next
Okay.
foreign material they would touch.
Yeah, sure, that could
Cool.
be potentially fun. I'll just mark that with a yellow thing.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Insosu.
All right. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Insosu just kind of casually leans over. That's a pretty nice bat. Would you be fine if I made a copy of it?
Looks up and down. Yeah, bye.
Oh, what was that?
Go ahead.
Cool, thanks. Alright, so, specifically, I will now post my passive, and then I'll post the cost for basic attacks, which is, in Sosu's epithet, as I mentioned earlier, is emulator. And specifically, well, what's an emulator without ROMs? So, specifically, what her epithet can do is, basically, as a main action while adjacent to someone that used something that she's interested in within the last 3 turns in initiative, she can basically create a ROM of that to have it saved as a copy mechanic. She has a limited number of these slots and only has one of each slot capable of that she can hold something at a time for each type of mechanic. So, specifically, here's the cost for doing it on basic attacks. It is the highest stat, which in this case would be 5, split between stamina and proficiency. For each additional property that it has a +1, +2, or +3 in cost. I would say that I would assume if you hit objects, it does +1 damage is just a simple property, and Home Run would be a advanced property. Would you agree, Drake?
Yeah.
Alright, so that is +3 costs, so that would be a total of 8. So mix of 4 max stamina, 4 proficiency. And I hadn't really decided on whether I would need to roll for it or not. I'll just roll for it for the sake of posterity. And if I crit, I would get a prof, but like it wouldn't enhance the copy or anything. It just, Yep, cool. So let me lower my max stats. So that is minus +4, and then -4 equals 33 equals 42. Let me just adjust that. So 36 out of 42. And then 33. Save settings. And I'll just copy that into my character sheet. Let's see. Control V. Grinds. Baseball bat. 1 range. 5 damage. Alright. And okay. So that was my main action. Now it's the clone's main action. Clone is just going to stab Xiao with their weapon, the PSP, portable sword powers. Give me a second. Copy. Paste.
Damn, bitch! I got Persona 3 on there.
Yeah. 4, 5, 2, and 1. I did a lot of things. That is a failure because I succeeded. LMAO. So it just tries to swing and misses. Oh, actually, no, that is an 8 because of the +2, so that would succeed, actually.
Okay, they're gonna try to use it anytime. Okay. Specifically, I'm going to say they try to mitigate it enough where it still hits them but doesn't deal a lot of damage. So we'll just say it'll still deal 2 damage. So you trigger their passive.
Let's see. Alright, are you going to roll for it?
It's when you attack.
Yeah, no. Is attacked, they can roll to make the target's mind stop, is what I'm saying. So
I'd assume it doesn't activate on the triggering attack.
No, I mean, I assume
Xiao
you have
has
to
to
roll
roll
to
to put
apply
it
the
on,
status, is what I'm saying.
Oh, do they? Oh, they can roll. Okay, right. I did not see that part. Yep.
Alright, I'll just put a marker on the clone. There we go. Huh? Oh, it's fucking... Is that spamware or something? I swear to God. Oh, actually, wait a second. Let me see. Does that trigger my talent? That might trigger my talent. Yeah, because specifically, if this was targeting me, it would be fine, because that's just manipulating me, but because this is a clone, that technically means they're manipulating my epithet, which means my talent would proc. So, my talent is Invadas Mastodai, which is just, my epithet is infused with antivirus and shit, so trying to fuck with my kit, you have to make a contested roll against me, so basically, now you and me make a contested roll to see if it goes through.
Yep.
And technically this would have a +2 since you are targeting me. So that is a tie. So we will escalate, I guess, to say. Alright, so yeah, no, it fails in that case. The antivirus deflects the effect.
Yep. What's the whole bit with the roll buffs?
Because you are targeting me, and you are within...
No, the antivirus.
Oh, right, no, I forgot her epithet has a... Yeah. Okay, so how much proficiency does Xiao have?
24.
Yeah, so... I have 33, so I have a +33, and you have a +12. Basically,
Okay.
it's just to make it so that people of higher class still have a chance, but it's not just guaranteed. That because
I
if
was just
they have
asking
higher
because
power.
you were ignoring it, so I was like, are you forgetting a part? Or
I
is it not a
forgot
part?
about that part, yeah.
Got it.
Oh, man.
There's that. Is that your turn?
Yes, that'll be my turn.
Arcadia.
Alright, so...
Do it. Roll a crit again. I dare you.
Arcadia is going to spend a stamina and use Wings of Justice on Borgle, because I just remembered Wings of Justice should apply 3 erosion per shot because of an upgrade I got. But I'm not going to... I didn't want to think about it retroactively, so we're just going to...
15. That's a roll for both, right?
19 and then 11, they each roll.
Okay.
And it would apply 3 each, which I think puts him to 12.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if he can do anything. He ate the hazmat suit thing, so I'll just reduce it by 1 each. So it'll say it'll be 2 and
Didn't
1.
the hazmat suit fail?
Oh
Yeah,
no,
he
it did
failed
fail.
that.
You're right.
He ate it, but it just didn't do anything.
Yeah, in that case, it'll just take the 5. 1. I need another green thing. There you
Well,
go.
no, it's 12. Or, I mean, he should be set to 12, I think.
Isn't it? Oh, it's 3 each, right? Sorry.
Yeah, it's 3 each. Which
In that
means
case, I'll do
he's...
the 13, because I was going to give you +1 for the other one.
So he's at 12, which is the max. He receives bad healing, takes 1 additional damage from Arcadia, and scratch that, 2 additional damage from Arcadia, 1 additional damage from everyone else.
And +1's the stamina costs.
Gotcha.
Yep. And then Arcadia is going to use Broken Earth on Sir Leia, and she's just going to move into the space where her hammer is, so, when the attack ends, she can just pick it back up. Broken Earth! Oh, Christ, Arcadia.
Playing pretty dangerous with that amount of fail stacks, buddy.
Alright, so, okay. Alright, roll 20. Thanks. So, effectively, with the blade, it becomes, that of an area, which, is only a 5-foot deep pit, and, she can still make a, saving throw to not fall in, but otherwise, she falls in and gains 3 more erosion.
Now, if they have an effect unrelated to the saving throw, does that still abide by the DC?
I
What do you
assume
mean?
the saving. If they use something that isn't just their inherent dodge, is what he's asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
Because I assume the limitation is there because it's a free attempt.
Yeah.
Okay. They're
I
gonna try to use
suppose
their dodge.
otherwise it would still be like, regularly difficult, but
Yeah. I mean, you rolled a 19, and they rolled a 1. Or rolled 4.
Yeah, they rolled a 1, plus 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep,
does that deal
and-
damage, or what does that do?
it doesn't do damage, it just gives them erosion. Speaking of erosion, they now have 7.
Gotcha.
Arcadia is just making this Sir Leia's life so much harder.
Okay. Is
Other
your
than
turn?
that, well, Borgle still has that fucking sniper rifle. So even if I move away, I'm not really gonna be safe. I'm just gonna stay here and end my turn.
Okay. Borgle is going to open up their mouth. And while you expect to see a sniper barrel, you see a cloud of a viscous burp fumes so thick it is visible to the human eye. It
No!
doesn't do anything.
That is disgusting.
I'm so glad that Borgle is incapable of rolling.
Yeah, they're gonna use it anytime. Where is it? This one. So Arcadia is just a Mundi, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. They are going to use this ability. I want that. Give it to me. Boo boo boo. Does that fail, not ballast?
You just failed to roll, so it's fine. Once
Okay,
you fail,
they're
it's
going
not,
to-
so you're fine. Yeah.
They're going to try to take the fissure in the ground you just made, which is only going to be good enough to get half of it.
That's entirely valid.
So how much are
I'm
you...
going to boiling judgment you just for posterity's sake. That fails. I know it does.
Yep, that does nothing to Borgle. And then he's immediately going to do or call upon that effect. Let me actually pay stamina cost +1. Then has bonus action on his turn. He's going to call it out. 19. And he's going to just position it in such a way where you fall in it. Just to sort of trip you up. Because he doesn't know if it can affect you or not.
Does it work the same way that Arcadia's would, or is she falling in?
I'd assume it would work the same way.
Alright, well, I'll make an attempt.
God's honest try.
If you fall in, I don't know if you have immunity to your own stuff. It doesn't really
Arcadia
matter.
has
That's not-
immunity to her own erosion,
But she
that's
is
not
now
what
in
I
a
was
pit.
going for.
Yeah.
I'll just say your
Yeah.
next movement action has like a bit reduced, and you might have a roll penalty depending on what you do next. Just a tiny one, because that's what he is going for. That'll be his turn. Do they get more erosion for moving through the shit?
It's not explicitly stated, but considering there is acid at the bottom of the pit, I think, ?
It makes
Okay.
sense, but it's not
A lot.
explicit specifically is the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Borgle would have picked up Sorlea's sword and put it in his folds. So she's not even going to attempt to go for that. She's going to use the ability Legendary Trials.
Yeah.
Calling upon, I believe it's like the Stymphalian birds. Is that
Yeah,
what how's it
the
pronounced?
Stymphalian birds, yeah. Razor birds.
To create a giant sort of aura construct of the birds around her, so she can burst forward in a line to deal, line damage to people. Basically like a sort of rush AoE. She go this way so she can get all 3 of them.
Mm.
We'll see. Good enough.
Give me a second.
Pay cost +1, right?
Yeah, it would be cost +1. As she's dashing forward, I'm going to try to Kaizo block. As she tries to dash out of the pit, I'm going to make a Kaizo block right at the top of the pit so that she gets forced back in. In true Kaizo fashion. No.
Okay, she's going to go right there. She's going to get the clone and Ensue and Ryan. And I'll say that it'll 4 damage.
Alright, cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's not... Eh.
What else can she do? Okay, they're going to... Yep, they're gonna go there.
Alright.
And then shall...
Did you keep in mind that their movement is halved?
I did not. So, there you go. Oh wait, there you go. Do, 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 do. I'm gonna do that. No. They're going to use an ability on themselves.
Cope.
Yep.
Seath. Let me see. Oh, yeah, no. Okay, Shao only had 1 stack, so they're fine. Yep.
Let me go get a thing so I don't forget about it.
So who were they using that on?
They're using it on
Themselves.
themselves.
Yeah, right now. Sorry. Nah.
Oh, that's a fail.
Damn.
Okay. Oh, that's a fail. Mine's turn.
Hey, I sent you a DM before you take your turn, Gecko.
Oh. Huh. I've got an idea. Alright? So, you know, do you copy the upgrades as well? Like,
Yes,
it has
that's
any-
why, because basically the properties is why I was mentioning, which is why it was a total of 8 costs as opposed to 5. Yes.
Gotcha. Alright. Well, so you may notice, right, on the bat there is a certain upgrade there where things do more damage. If you...
Yeah.
So, here's my suggestion, right? I'm not sure who you think we should target.
I think Sir Leia, IMO, because we'd get the bonus to targeting.
Sure. So... Oh yeah, our turns are right next to each other, aren't they?
Yep, that's why I asked.
Yep. So Ryan just walks past Sir Leia, gets into a batting stance, and is gonna pull out a haunted, fucking like a baseball that was, you know, it was responsible for killing someone. It's basically a murder weapon. So it's like it's thought to be haunted, and yeah, you know, I'll give it a curse as well. So using the challenge. Do you want me to pull that out, or
No, you can do it.
just a cursed baseball? All right, well, it's a cursed murder baseball that has omelet mancy, I guess. Alright, anyway. So, Ryan looks to Ensue and is like, I batter up. And, throws it into the air, ready with her stupid upgraded bat. Ensue and Ryan are gonna combine hands, and I think we're gonna, if we're alright with it, bat this ball back and forth.
Yep.
Beating the shit out of Soleil in the process.
You're gonna fucking bat the ball back and forth using Soleil as a punching bag. Yeah, sure, got it. Yeah, give me a roll to toss to Ensue.
Alright. And specifically, she's using her bat to,
Yeah.
like, almost like a fucking tennis serve. Boop.
Alright, so that was the serve. So me do my own swing.
Was that a failure or anything?
No. We're fine right now.
Okay. Yep. They give a good toss, but you're just not used to wielding the bat quite yet, so you hit it with all the might you can muster into Soleil. And they'll take...
That would be base 6 before rolling bat.
Yeah.
Well, I
the
mean...
toss was good, so I'll say it'll deal 3. And then it'll, like, bounce over to Ryan.
Oh, what was that, Gecko?
Sure, whatever.
Yo!
Oh my god. Do you have a crit theme?
I do. Yeah, it's right at the top. Just put it
And
back
you
in.
technically get... I assume that using your baseball bat inherently doesn't give you prof, right, Ryan?
No, it doesn't.
But
Shit.
you would get 1 because you had to roll to toss to me first, is why I was asking. Because you did roll before you got the crit.
I see.
The ball bounces over, creating a bit of like omelet surplus mush as it hits into Soleil over towards your side, Ryan. And as it passes mere inches away from Solera's face, you say, fuck it. It's not time to play fair. We're in a fight. And you swing the bat, hitting into the baseball, which then slams into Soleil's fucking face, creating an avalanche of omelets that propels them into the corner of the fucking map. I'm gonna say they take the 12, and they're gonna take an additional d6 worth of damage.
And as they're passing
my
by,
God.
the Ensue clone is just going to stab straight into them.
They are going to try to reposition midair to dodge that. Okay. They'll also mitigate a bit of the falling damage, but otherwise they just took, like, 15 damage? They're gonna be knocked prone. They're not looking good.
That's a
Almost
part of
dead
Solaya's health bar.
And just to spite you, they're gonna use DC increase a couple times on using a bat.
Uh-huh.
Using a bat. Using a bat. Is that a failure?
That last one would be a failure, yes.
That's the amount of times they're using it. They're not using it anymore right now.
Literally, because they succeeded the first two, the third one failed. LMAO. If it hadn't...
I figured.
LMAO. Alright.
Is that your turn, Ryan?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah.
Those are my actions, but I'm gonna send the clone to go bully Sorleia, and I'll just... I'm just gonna chill here.
Okay.
Arcadia.
Oh, actually, I do have a bonus action. I'll use my bonus action to use holographics to create a new baseball. That
Nice
is an
cock die.
X cost. You get to determine the cost. I assume it's a 1 since it's just a baseball.
Yeah, it's a 1.
Okay. So this acid pit goes away. So what Arcadia is going to do, right? She's at the bottom of this pit. Her damage cap is gone now, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So what she's gonna do is she's gonna basically attempt to, like, because she knows these pits, she makes them and she knows that they're jagged as fuck because this is made with the sword. She's gonna try and use her bonus action with her tail martial arts to just sort of like, additionally help fling herself back up onto level ground and maybe propel her into, or towards Borgle for the next part of this. But, like, let's go.
Yeah, that's good enough to launch you, like, a space, I guess.
Yeah. Just a space.
Music, by the way.
Bip.
Yeah, I was getting it.
Yep.
But effectively, she would then just move here, and, well, I guess, like,
Whoa.
here. Sorry?
You could have gone here if you wanted to keep your movement action.
Oh, that's right. I could. Alright. So, from here, right, Arcadia is now going to attempt, she's going to, spend her movement as per the tail as well to add momentum, before striking. Oh, wait. Before striking with the tail, specifically. Huh. Damn. Alright. I was gonna try and use it to, empower this big-ass hammer swing I'm gonna do.
Probably not, because he only jumped up a little bit.
I mean, yeah. But from here, Arcadia's now just gonna use Death and Decay, the one-target version on Borgle. Fuck yeah. So, if nothing is done, this is gonna do, a good, crisp 9 damage, including the, +2 damage Borgle takes from Arcadia, and then 3 more erosion. And 5 knockback, but I don't know if Borgle takes knockback, so I'm just gonna ignore it. You know what? To be honest, considering it's Borgle, Arcadia would just hammer down directly to top of skull, knock down rather than back.
Let me think. Let me go look at his shit. I don't think knockback really does much to him.
Give me a second, I had to refresh because Roll20 was like, you don't get to scroll anymore, actually.
Yeah, same here.
Which I thought was rather odd.
Okay. Shao is going to attempt to use it anytime.
Motherfucker.
Use this one. Disable. Goodbye ability. Yeah, so I'll say that it disables, like, the augmented part of that ability, but you'll still just hit him on the head for a bit of damage.
Augmented part?
As in, like, the, super strength part. Because it's disabling the ability.
I'm confused, but alright.
The anime part of it, because Arcadia is very strong.
Alright.
Yeah. It's just not completely negating it.
Yeah, in which case, like, is it still doing the however much damage, or is it just...
Well, 20's not letting me click things for some reason. It's dealing less damage.
Alright, well, it would be whatever damage that is +2, because of they take additional damage from Arcadia, and then 3 erosion.
The erosion will not apply.
I see.
Yeah. And that ability will be disabled for 2 rounds, yeah.
Alright. Cool. Well, I hope you're glad you use it on that, because I'm now going to use Boiling Judgment on Borgle, and, he's gonna take a good old bit of damage. Or I can roll 2.
It's fine, you're just resetting your failure stacks, it's fine. You just gotta think about it that way.
Roll 20 is like glitching out hardcore for me.
I think someone's fucking with maps, to be honest.
Like, when I scroll, the map doesn't move, and I can't click on
yeah,
things at the time.
we refreshed a second ago because it was doing the same.
That's what happens
Okay.
when someone fucks with maps. Other than that, right? Arcadia doesn't like Borgle, so we're going to go away from him.
Give me a second. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Did you move?
Yeah, I did.
I gotta refresh again.
It's been around since Borgle got to 13, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Now none of the icons are loading. Okay. Play that again. There we go. I guess he's just gonna shoot Ryan. Is that a fail?
Give me a second. I can check. I believe it is. That's a 7. Yeah, that's a fail.
Okay, that's his turn. Sir Leia spins that, getting up. Is Sir Leia spell?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh man, they've got like halved movement on top of that. Oh baby.
Yeah, they have one movement. Like one space of movement. And they don't have their sword either.
Oh yeah, no, if they had their sword, they could just be taking fucking sniper fire right now, but yeah, no, they're fucked. LMAO. Go on, spend more of your stamina. Use legendary trials. Do it.
Shut up. Yeah, they're gonna try to use legendary trials to call upon the fucking Hydra to maybe heal a little bit.
Keep in mind they have reduced effectiveness on healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, healing for them is halved.
But anything's better than nothing.
I mean, yeah.
They're gonna spend the 20 on this. I realized I rolled it beforehand.
Yeah, no, I figure you're gonna use a 20 on it. It's fine. Yeah, you're good.
They're just gonna be overcome with like I'll say a epithet colored energy, which I guess would be like yellow or some shit.
It's a brownish color.
And their wounds will very slightly close because they pay stamina, and then they get healed for half. They're gonna move one space there.
I haven't really described it before, but basically, for at least for aura purposes, Sorleia's epithet has like a brown the color of dirt, effectively. Is the vibe I've always felt personally.
I have to go open up sheets again.
Yeah.
Shall. Do. On. They're gonna go here. They're just gonna shoot Ryan. 14. That's 3 damage.
That's a success, but you know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna Kaizo block. No, I'm not. It's fine. This ability is just me clearing my stacks. It's fine. You just gotta look at it the right way.
Okay. So take that damage.
Geckos, you were shot for 3. You muted.
Gecko is dead.
Oh, I muted myself instead of unmuting. It's weird, I can't interact with the Roll20.
Just refresh.
Yeah. Alright. Apologies.
What is the yellow thing I put on them? I don't remember.
That was... fucking next thing they touched, their weapon.
Yeah, that's the material curse.
But
I still haven't touched anything yet.
But yeah, no, I'm not going to do anything about that.
Gotcha.
That just takes it.
See, now that I have a baseball, do you want to try the plane again, buddy? New target?
Different target, same plan. I mean,
Especially considering...
Hey, wait a minute. Sorry. If you guys are getting in on something, let me get in on it too.
Especially considering the ball is made out of data, which means that once the ball hits their fucking face, their weapon turns to data, which means that they don't get to use it anymore.
that's evil. Hold on. Yeah, alright, sure.
We don't have to, I was just offering it.
No, that's okay. Yeah, Ryan takes a few steps back.
Alright.
And she's gonna, get into a... here, so that we've got like a triangle formation.
Yeah. So the plan will be, I throw to you, you hit it, and then after it hits Shao, I hit Shao, and try to send it to Arcadia. How does that sound?
Now, if we're doing a big combined turn, is it okay if I move first?
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Because I believe these would go away. Or at least mine would. I don't know about Borgle's because he remade it, but... Fun thing. Hear me out. Scales of Justice, Borgle and Shao. Any stamina change that affects one of them, affects the other.
That doesn't affect Borgle. You rolled an 8.
AC.
Is it attacks, or is it just everything?
Anything.
Borgle's weird.
And my erosion still doesn't help me with that, motherfucker.
Okay, well, regardless, we'll see how it goes. I'll roll my pitch.
Yep, that's good enough. Only really gonna fail that on a 1. It's mostly a CV at a 20 or something.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, before Ensue, pitches though, just real quick, don't fill out more weird shit. Raven Feather, that was,
Yeah.
by a queen who got her head chopped off and then she supposedly came back to life. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Just to curse myself this time. Oh.
It's also
No! It's alright, it doesn't do that much. She's 17, it's fine.
Yeah.
Baseball!
Yo! Yep. The crit range!
Oh shit, yeah! That's a crit.
Oh, and you would...
Do you want me to play your crit on an extended crit?
Nah.
You will still get prof because of the way that Sorlea's passive works. Because you were at 1 and you critically succeeded. Because it's specifically... even if it would normally not grant proficiency. So even in extended criticals, it's really scary. It's just insane.
Yay.
So now, yeah. So that's going to be hitting. Here's my baseball bat swing.
Okay.
Another crit!
So,
Oh.
you wouldn't need to attack. Because this would kill Shao.
No, it's fine. I'm going to fling their corpse into Borgle to deal damage.
Okay. So you hit the database with enough ferocity that the simulation very briefly spats out in that localized area thanks to the fuckery going on with your bat. As it is pushed along into Shao, I'm going to say it deals the remaining distance and damage, and since you deal 12 knockback, and they are only like 3-4 spaces away, that is more than enough to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
However, in their dying efforts, they're going to try to use their passive on you. Yeah, it fails, whatever. And I'll say they're pushed back ever so gently to be in more range of Ensue's, which is also going to be a crit. Which means Borgle is going to take 8 damage. And then it is Arcadia's turn.
I mean, I still have my clone action.
Yeah, you can go have your clone bully Surleia.
Well, I meant it was my turn in the triple attack, but effectively, what Arcadia was going to do with her turn is, seeing as how Shao is flying at terminal fucking velocity into Borgle, why not make it a little harder on the poor fatty and just sort of jump over and fucking slam into it with the hammer to just increase the momentum ever more, just basically turning Shao into a meteor that hits Borgle head on. Bippy.
Well, I have bad news.
I mean,
they do.
Meh.
Yep. It does hit Borgle and deal damage, but it doesn't seem to affect him, at least not your part of the strike.
To be fair, technically speaking, they're targeting Shao and just adding force to Shao instead of doing anything to Borgle themselves.
I know. It still works.
Yeah.
In Borgle's favor.
Yeah. Just wanted... Yeah.
Alright.
In any case,
well,
the incisive one is just going to stab Surleia. No,
as a question... Sorry. As a question, just because I'm curious, do you think for the maneuver, the 3 fuckers would get a comp?
Yeah, sure.
Pog.
I'll say Ensosu and Ryan can get another comp from the one from earlier, too.
Cool.
Alright, and now, I'll just state, when my turn ends, well, I think I still have a bonus action. Is Shao still up? Or are they...
No, they're dead.
Ryan is... Yeah, me and Ryan just killed them.
Waiting for the action chain to end.
I think action chain is over.
Yeah.
In that case...
Yep. In which case, Arcadia, a little annoyed at Borgle's existence, is going to attempt to broken earth underneath him so that he just falls into a pit and goes away. Wait, no, actually, that gives him erosion. I don't want that. I don't want that for a very special reason. So I'm just gonna... do I really want to? Yeah, okay. I'll move here, right? And I'm gonna use my bonus action on the tail attack so that... And I'm gonna spend the remaining movement of 3 so that when I hit him, succeed or fail, I'll just spring myself backwards away from him.
Yep.
Bippy.
And it does 3 damage at base, yep.
Yep,
you
+2.
You get a few spins and you slam it. Would you still like to be bounced back?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that deals a good 7 damage.
Oh boy.
And you bounce back. Is that your turn?
Yeah. funny thing, it's been 2 rounds since I've applied erosion to either of them, which means the erosion stacks trigger, meaning the enemies would take damage equal to their erosion stacks, and then all of them are removed.
Okie dokie.
Which means Borgle would take 13 and Sterleo would take 7.
Well, good funny thing about Sterleo, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Borgle is going to try to use his anytime. I want that, give it to me. And he's just going to take the erosion from himself. Not all of it, but enough to reduce it so he doesn't die. So I'll say he just halves it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not
I
83.
see. I will
oh my
say,
God.
it is usually harder to remove erosion by a lot, but yeah, that's fair.
Then he takes 8, and he is looking extremely bad.
I am still fucking confused as to how you function.
Money.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't mean anything. Money isn't power.
It's now Borgle's turn.
Let me show you what money can buy. He's going to use his talent, which is, you know, he can pull out bullshit fucky stuff.
Yeah.
He is going to pull out the egg of a now extinct classification of bird, particularly a phoenix. Gaze upon it in all its beauty, and then crack it open and swallow it to try and heal himself.
I hate that so much.
He's not going to get a big heal, get like a tiny heal, I guess. What he does get, however, is the satisfaction of destroying the last known end of an extinct bird species, at least in the datascape.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need to ask Iris if I can use this fucking once per session on Borgle McDongold, who is a
No.
living war crime.
It is a bounty. This has no
Yeah.
stakes.
Let's see. Then Borgle is going to pull out of his folds an entire case of, I believe they're called rolling bullets or some shit like that. There's a special type of bullet that, when fired, rolls through the air in a sort of spiral to ensure that they're stuck inside the body of the target they're shot at to
That
cause
is
more damage.
so fucked up.
Yep. He's gonna fire at Arcadia. Would you like to dodge or anything?
I don't have a dodge. I guess I could. Well, no, I guess on the combined turn I use Scales of Justice, so I can't.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I can't
I'll
Kaizo block
say-
because you're out of range.
I'll say it'll deal 5 damage and you get a bleed.
Huh. Bleed is theoretically worse for you.
I think Balla's called it Zanza bleed, where it's like you take it when you do physical stuff. That's usually the type of bleed I do.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it'll matter, because you're probably about to just kill Borgle.
Yeah, no, let's what's Ryan gonna do?
We're gonna try and tech this man to death.
I mean, I'm not gonna try to tech him. Personally.
Tell you what. I'll tell you what Ryan's gonna do. Woke up. Seen a lot of ghosts and looks with her passive behind him. That's one of the biggest I've ever seen. Looking directly at the greed manifestation, which I assume is so
You
fucking
know,
big that it just like
it's
The fact that you say that whatever you see, you think it's big, it suddenly becomes bigger.
Jesus Christ. She's like... I mean, her face doesn't change, but... but like...
His
Okay.
gluttony stank.
She just like looks at him, and there's sort of like a glow in her eyes as she does like the Chris Deltarune like act click point, and I'm gonna spend my nat 20 on this.
No, they get nat 20, not us.
No.
I think
You
they
see
mean from
where we
the
rolled.
skull.
Oh,
seem to have forgotten I have a skull.
Right. I forgot about the skull.
There hasn't been any particularly big numbers, except for maybe the fucking ghost that has numbers in it. Maybe I don't know what it would look like. It would be disgusting, whatever it is.
Quadrillion.
Would probably
Ryan is
look like
taking
almost...
control of the group.
Yeah, Borgle's whatever the fuck you're looking at, because it's their vices, you said?
Yeah, it's like negative mental
Like,
things.
my
Yeah,
brain
but-
wants to say, imagine various concepts of wealth devouring each other.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Monopoly mad cannibalism.
I'm gonna go back up to fucking skull passive. See if it's still there. It's not. Oh no, it is. Yeah, nat 20. So that would grant me, bro.
And what are you trying to do with this?
So what she's trying to do is just point at this thing and control it for but a second to make it absolutely just fucking devour Borgle alive.
Okay.
Like, he's turning his own greed on himself, and he's just turning him into a
So-
fucking Pac-Man.
It's a good thing you use the 20 on that, because that means Borgle recognizes that it exists. He's going to use his anytime, and he's going to spend his 20.
No!
He's going to buy his greed.
He's going to buy his own greed and gluttony, yes. So we're going to escalate.
That's so fucking funny.
Can I at least have my crit theme?
You can have your crit theme.
That's so fucking funny. Oh my god.
Now, I know this curse is kind of bullshit, but, do you think that would proc the prof thing for,
Soleil's
Soleil?
gone. So
oh,
it's
right,
not-
she's dead.
Yeah.
It's just normal. Alright. Anyway, doesn't matter.
So it-
Just escalate that.
Escalation, yeah, so let's see.
3, 2, 1. Whoops, I rolled twice. Oh well.
That's a
Oh my
20.
god. Holy shit.
Die.
I'll say you point your bat at Borgle, trying to get his ceaseless greed and gluttony to dive in upon him and devour him. He, without turning, simply looks into the glint of his own monocle, at it behind him. No. More! Before it dives in him like hungry piranhas, begins taking bites out of him. With every bite, you hear a ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-chunk, a thunk, as various items fly out. You see an ancient artifact depicting the lost texts of the unknown Indiana Jones movie. You see the sacred texts of war regarding puppy murder. And then you probably see like a stethoscope. Before he just collapses in upon himself and erupts like a giant piggy bank. And you win the combat.
That's so fucking funny.
What the fuck are epithets?
Yeah, I was gonna get some fast food after this, but I'm not feeling hungry anymore. Swings up out on his shoulder, walks out.
Let's see. There's really no point in which you guys could have lost that. So it's not gonna be that high.
Yeah.
It's like 2, 1, 2.
Alright, and then we would also, because of Soleil's passive, we would get a second instance of rewards, halved running down, so we will all get one companionship that we can allot. outside of the first combat rewards. I'll go with combat.
Yeah.
1.
So
I'll go with the 1 proficiency. And then I'll put the 1 companionship into... Who was I guess Rhine.
and
She doesn't
then
seem
it's
very happy about it.
and then it's eaten by your talent, or is it? How does that work?
Yeah, I got set to the threshold of 3, so I get another prof, and it isn't gone. It is just that we gain upgrades a lot slower, as in our 5 upgrade would be at the 10 slot, etc.
There it is.
All right, so we're at 2 now, right?
I gave it to Ryan.
Oh, you gave it to Ryan. For some reason, I heard it as myself. And I'm putting 3 into Ryan. So,
Oh, neat.
me and Ryan are at 5.
So we're at 3 Arcadia? With Ryan and Arcadia? Or...
We're at 2.
You're at
Right,
2,
2.
and you have 1 comp you can give out to either of us.
I'll give it to Arcadia.
Yeah.
She beat the shit out of the fat guy who is like eating endangered eggs and shit.
Doesn't even get any upgrades or anything?
I asked Iris.
Yeah, you crit so much.
I crit twice, but it was a lot.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, because it's halved rounding down, so you would... Oh, I forgot, it's 2 stamina. So you would be able to get 1 stamina or 1 companionship, so you don't technically need to put that 1 into Arcadia if you want 1 stam.
Ooh.
Alright, nothing at 28.
I'll put it in stamina.
Alright, so then Arcadia, you lose that 1 comp with Ryan.
I mean,
I'm
like,
all
what's
out.
the point of getting it to 3?
I mean, yeah. What was that, Rush?
No, I was just gonna make a dumb meme.
I see.
In that case, I believe we are all done.
Yes, I believe we are, in which case, thereof.
I need to go home and wash my hands of this experience.
If you would like to indulge of more content such as this, make sure to join fine dining on Discord server. There it is. God, I hate Borgle McDonald.
Don't we all?
Do y'all have any last words y'all want to give to chat?
Bye, bye, bye!